The spread of monkeypox, especially here in Southern California.
Cases have more than doubled in just the past week, and many local areas are boosting their response to the virus. California is second only to New York in the number of U.S. cases, and many of those are right here in Southern California, with at least 261 just in L.A. County.
KTLA 5's Carlos Salcedo is live in West Hollywood, where residents got an update on the city's response tonight. Carlos.
Yeah, a decent turnout tonight. Some of the big issues raised: access to testing, access to the vaccine, as well as the effectiveness of the vaccine that is currently out there. Also, city officials making a big announcement in regards to a mobile clinic.
FDA needs to do a lot more.
A town hall to address the growing cases, concerns, and frustrations in the West Hollywood community regarding monkeypox.
This is an important topic, and we need to understand more about it.
KTLA's John Fenolio moderated the panel of health experts inside council chambers Wednesday night. A primary concern: accessibility to the vaccine.
But I'm very disappointed at the way that the public health county is actually dealing with the vaccines.
So far, the county has received a little more than 24,000 doses, all expected to be administered by the end of the week. The viral infection has more than doubled in LA County since last week. Cases now more than 260, all adult men, the majority who identify as gay or bisexual. But officials stress anyone can get it.
One of the biggest pieces of misinformation that I hear very regularly is that monkeypox is a sexually transmitted infection, and it is not. It is spread through direct skin-to-skin contact, respiratory droplets as well, even through sharing bedding and clothing.
High fever, aches, and rash with lesions, hallmarks of this smallpox-like illness.
I counted more than 25 at the peak of it, and some of those were excruciatingly painful.
Matt Ford, one of the first to publicly speak about having the virus, raising awareness through TikTok videos.
I had it for about 3 weeks and 3 days was my total recovery time, and I had really intense flu-like symptoms.
Long wait times as people line up to get a shot, like in Encino. Thousands of more doses expected in August.
The people who should be getting in line, people who are high-risk contacts to people who have a confirmed monkeypox case, also people who have a history of gonorrhea or early syphilis within the past 12 months.
Yeah, so eligibility is expanding as well as access. More doses coming next month. And the city of West Hollywood announcing that a mobile vaccination clinic will be coming here to West Hollywood.